Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. I thought I would give you a preview of some of the items that have recently come into my shop and reels that I'll be working on this week, and those that we plan to do some videos on. And we're going to start by thanking our first responders and essential personnel and everybody involved in keeping us safe and in health and able to cope with this pandemic. And that includes everybody in the healthcare fields, the law and safety fields, and our essential workers that deliver food and take care of our transit systems and make sure that things are working the way they should, despite critical labor shortages and tough times out there. So thank you all. So I'm going to start by one that's walked its way into my shop. This is a pen Jigmaster that's frozen. It's not going anywhere. And somebody obviously has been inside the reel because this handle for the free spool release is on backwards. So I've done a lot of Jigmaster reels, and I think what we'll do on this one is we'll just do a little exercise to show you how that should be properly installed. But this one's totally frozen. I checked for broken line on the spool. That's not working. I checked on the free spool. This is not turning. My guess is you probably have a pinion gear that's frozen to the spool shaft. We've done that before, but regardless, we'll see what we can do to get this thing working properly. Second one in is an interesting one. This one came from a customer that dropped this one off. I haven't seen this reel before. I haven't done it, so we'll do it. This is a Quantum Cabo. It's the PTS. It's a CLW, which would be Cabo Level Line 20. And this is a really smooth reel. I understand that the reel originally sold for around $150 or so. And we're going to do this one as a video because I haven't done it before and because I've been asked to tune this thing up. So we'll certainly get on that one and get that done. Then let's go over to some of the boxes that made its way in. The first one comes in from Paul. This is an absolutely beautiful pen, Surfmaster 200. And we're going to go see what we can do to tune this one up. Seems to be running fine. I don't know the backstory to it. It may just be that it's time to do an annual service on that. The Surfmaster and the Beachmaster 155 are almost identical inside. And these are good reels for casting and they're good reels for bottom fishing, and we'll get that one out there fishing again. Next up is a reel that comes from Maryland. I've opened the box to kind of save a couple of minutes here. We've got the Garrett Mitchell 400. This one's kind of interesting. It's got a sticker on here that doesn't belong on there, right? Garrett's underneath it in the etched plate. This one's just turning real sluggishly. So we generally kind of know about that one already. Most of the time that is just plain dried grease. And the same thing I'm going to bet here with this bail. It's closing, but closing ever so slowly. And that's usually an indication that just that this has just sat on the shelf for a long time. And when it sits on a long time, the grease dries and slows everything down. We've talked about this one before. If you use penetrating oil on the joints, that generally will free that bail up pretty quickly, because it'll help to dissolve all the dirt and grease and junk that is in there that is slowing that down. So probably won't do that one because I've done videos on that one, but we'll see. This next one is very interesting. It comes from William. This is a relatively new Shimano Stellar 10,000 that runs very poorly. And William tells me he sent this to Shimano, and Shimano says they don't service it anymore. They don't carry the parts. Well, this is not an inexpensive reel. This is almost their top-of-the-line reel. And to have a 10,000 size top-of-the-line reel where you don't have the parts is a shame. So he thinks it's the bearing. There's a little bit of noise there, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's the axle shaft. Boy, something just sounds awful, doesn't it? Gee, it almost sounds like wood rubbing against each other. At any rate, we'll do the video on that one for William. That'll give us an opportunity to kind of see what that Shimano 10,000 is about. I haven't worked on that one. All right, this one comes in from Dan. Here's a Senator 9.0. This one's going to clean up beautifully. It's a very large reel. This one is an older reel. It has the etched side plates here with the sailfish jumping out of the sea. It's the black-sided one, which is kind of what it is. Your trolling boat in the back there. There's a lot of collectors that just focus on the Penn reels that have the etched side plates. This one's got the typical greening you would expect to find on saltwater reels, especially if the line has been left on there a long time. And you can tell the older reels because the older reels have a drag stack, kind of hard to see here, but they have a drag stack that can be removed without removing the side plate. So as an easy service, they kind of just built it out to be removed from the front side of the case, not the back, but this one's going to get serviced in its entirety. He's also sent me over what many people chase after. It's kind of a holy grail. This one's an interesting one. This is the Penn 505. It's the narrow frame double ball bearing reel. Hardly one of the Jigmasters made any better than this one. Unfortunately, this one got some bearings that kind of sound like they either need some service or need to be replaced, because that should not be that grindy for this kind of a reel. And then he sent me one of the oldies but goodies. This one is a Fluger Rocket. I like these reels a lot. I think this was probably one of the top of the line level line reels before everybody started going over to the hard cases and the reels as they look today. This one is fairly obvious that it's kind of rusted on the worm, but a full service of this one should make this one work very well. Got another box here. This one's coming from Florida. I think I got another bait caster to do, maybe. Oh, no, I got a little mini. I got the 308 here. I think it's the 308. 309, it's the other side of the 308. Mitchell 309, no bail or bail spring. And I guess that's probably what happened here. I think I have a reel in the bag project. I have somebody took the bail spring off. And this is a little bit of a struggle to put that one on. So we'll make sure that gets back on there and gets back out fishing again. So we had a good group of reels come in by mail, but I also get reels dropped off in my shop. And that's kind of what I have here. A fellow who runs a local flea market, I guess, purchased some from some folks. And he gave me a bunch of these and asked me if I could make them work well. Well, we're going to see what we can do. So we have two that he said are working. One is probably worth just using as a video demo, and two that are probably not going to be repaired. The first one here is Lose. It's the American Hero version. It's the speed spool, and it's the ACH 15H. It's a nice bassing reel, bait casting. It seems to be working okay. And we'll probably do this one. I did one Lose reel before. It wasn't this one, but let's see what this is made of. I'm just trying to figure out if we have a ball bearing count on them. They usually say this one does not. What it does say is it's made in China. And Lose just acquired Zebco. So Lose is part of a retail group, and now it owns the Shimano brand as well. And then we have an Abu Garcia Max, the Ultra Max, the Black Max. Swedish engineered, but it doesn't say where it's made. That's usually an indication it's not made in Sweden. Yeah, it's made in China. There's your piece there. This one's very noisy. So my guess is this one just needs some love and attention, some TLC. Gave me this one. There's the old Zebco 202. This got trapped somewhere. We'll straighten out that handle. I'm not sure this is even working. This may just become a parts reel. Have one that he needs a handle on. And this is kind of what you find in flea markets, right? Some stuff is good, some stuff is not. This is a Master. Master doesn't make reels any longer. This one's frozen. This one's just a parts reel. And this is a relatively inexpensive Shakespeare. Doesn't even have a brand name on it. You got a loose rotor there, missing the handle. That's not even worth investing in the parts to make that one get well. So we'll probably just set that aside as a parts reel as well. So those are the reels that have shown up in the shop over the last few days, with a preview on some that we'll actually do the videos on. We'll do the one on how to set that free spool lever properly. We'll do that Quantum Cabo. We're certainly going to do that Shimano 10,000 Stellar, and we'll see what else is photo worthy. Probably the lose reel. And maybe we'll do a problem diagnosis on the Abu Black Max as well. So if you like reel repair and you like the videos that I do, please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please hit the notification button. That way you'll be assured to see the reels that I post when I post them, and you'll be able to choose those that you wish to watch. If you have any questions on these reels or any reels in particular, if you'd like to see one that I don't plan to do, then please leave that in the comment section. I'll try to do that. And as you see, I do fishing reel repair by folks that drop them off in my shop, but I also do them by mail. If you have a reel that needs to be serviced or repaired and you'd like more information, please contact me by email on the business card that follows. So this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.